Everyone, it's another episode of unit selection once again for Avenue South residents. Okay, so today I'll be going through with you for two-bedroom premium. Okay, two-bedroom premium for the tower units, I have actually circled them in red here. Okay, so you can actually see from here once again that the choices are not plenty in the sense that I would say for choice unit there will only be two stacks. Okay, because for you can see from here that for 32 and 35, right, if you have seen my previous video for the two-bedroom selection, 32 and 35 is actually slightly tilted towards the west. So to say is that you will actually be getting west sun for stack 32 and 35. So as far as possible, I will advise you to actually avoid stack 32 and 35. Of course, there's actually three different sizes. Later when I'm going through the floor plan, you can actually tell. Uh, Not a really big difference. The layout is pretty standard as well. Okay, for here choice unit, I would say is either 30 or 38. Okay, the main difference here you can tell from the site plan is that for 30, you'll be actually getting the extra pool view. But frankly speaking, if you ask me if you were to live on the 30th floor onwards, the pool view technically doesn't really make any difference to you because you'll be so high up that looking out of your balcony down towards the pool is doesn't really make sense to me lah. Because if you were to sit on your balcony, you can imagine that you'll be looking over the horizon rather than looking downwards as to what is going on in the pool. So that pool view will only matter to you if you were staying on the lower to middle floors. Okay, same thing for 32 and 35, you'll be nearer towards facing towards the CTE AYE exchange. As for 43, 46, you'll be facing further away, but you'll still be overlooking HDB flats and the CTE flyover actually. So the choice unit here is very obvious. If you ask me, personally, I would take 38 over 30. Why do I say that? Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm very sensitive to noise, traffic noise. So 38 is, yes, 38 is actually closer towards the main entrance, okay? But ultimately, the risk of you getting highway noise is actually slightly lesser than stack 30. But having said that, regardless, stack 30 or 38 is also fine. Do take note that for stack 30, you'll be getting morning sun, which in my opinion is also not a bad thing. Having some morning sun will actually enhance the feel of your place. As for 38, you'll be almost getting none of that. You neither be getting west sun or neither you'll be getting any morning sun. So uh, that is the key difference. But ultimately, I would still pick 38 over 30 because of the risk of traffic noise coming from the highway here itself. Yes, you actually say that actually there's not much difference in terms of distance between 30 and 38, but there's always a risk there, you see, because until you're actually living in the unit itself, you can never say for sure whether you'll be getting any traffic noise, how bad is it, because ultimately from the floor plan, what you see is just the floor plan. There's no way you can judge or tell what is the actual noise level that's coming from the highway itself. So without further ado, we'll actually go into the floor plans. Okay, again, I'd like to refresh your memory that there's actually, in terms of the tower, there's actually just two types of collection, which namely is the horizon and the peak. Peak is always the one on top. You can actually see from the floor plan here that the difference in the color. For the green one that now I'm showing you, okay, is actually the horizon collection. the one that's in slight orange is actually the peak collection, which are on the higher floor. Okay, so if you actually go to our website lovelyhomes.com.sg, you can actually download the the floor plan. So you can see here, okay, the main difference between this 689 and the later one that I'll show you is actually the positioning of the bedroom 2 and the master bedroom. Okay, but in terms of the layout from what you can see here, there's actually not much difference. The difference is about 30 square feet thereabouts. Okay, and you can see here that actually the living room is for a 2 bedroom is actually a pretty good size, in the sense that the living room and the dining area are actually segregated well, so you can have a the feel of like is a 2 separate space altogether, and it will not be too cluttered in some of the newer projects, you see. So this is actually the layout for step 35 and 43. Okay, 43 is actually the mirror of this. You can see from the layout here, okay, 35 and 43, I'll actually go back to the site plan. You can actually see 35 and 43. So 43 is the flip of what you see just now. So bear in mind again, 35 and 32 will be getting west sun. So you can see from here that your unit is actually tilted towards this side. So once you tilt towards this side, your balcony will actually be hit by the evening sun. Yes, not much, but it can still get pretty intense, especially now during this period of time in the August, September, where it's the hottest time of the year. The temperature can get pretty intense, if you ask me. Okay, so for 43, step 43, you can see that actually the layout is just the flip of this, but you're at no risk of getting any west sun. Okay, your balcony, yes, will still be getting best some west sun, but if you actually position your chairs and your table here, you won't be getting so much of it in a sense. So uh, you can see that actually there's no difference in terms of the layout, because obviously it's in the same stack, so there's actually no difference whatsoever. Okay, as for step 30 and 38, okay, 30 and 38, you can actually notice that there's a slight difference in terms of the floor plan. Okay, so what happened earlier is that from the main entrance you go in, the rooms split into both sides of the unit, and then the dining and the living is actually entirely in the center. Okay, but as for this, once you enter in, it's actually the same thing. You get a kitchen, living, and dining. Okay, and then for the bedroom 2 and the master are actually side by side each other. So you actually pass by the bedroom 2 before you actually go into the master. Okay, some people do not like this layout for the simple reason that some people do not like the feeling that the main door just face direct to the balcony, to the open balcony. This is for feng shui reason once again. But if you were to orientate yourself, step 30 and 38, right? So step 30 is here and 38 is here. So once again, 30 is actually closer towards the AYE CTE exchange. 38 is actually further away, and both of them, I would say that they actually have a view of the waterfront, obviously, because they are facing towards the south side. But for 38, I guess the view of it will be more direct, because you are just facing direct towards south. Okay, so this is the layout for both step 30 and 38. But of course, my choice would be 38 lah, obviously. So it really depends on your preference. Do note that there's actually about 30 square feet difference in terms of the both layout earlier. The one previously that I've actually shown you is 689 square feet and this is 721. I guess the extra space actually went into the walkway here, and also it goes a bit into here as well. Okay, so the same thing, this is for the lower floors for the Horizon collection, and this is actually for the higher floors for the Peak collection. Once again, you can see that there's almost I would say there's actually no difference between these two, because they are actually the same stack, just that one is on the lower floors and one is on the higher floors. Okay, so for the last two stack, 32 and 46. Okay, so once again, 32 and 46, I will move back towards to the site plan. So you can actually compare 32 and 46. Okay, 32 and 46. So all things being equal, if you ask me, I would say that 32, by virtue of distance or and the positioning, obviously this could be possibly one of the worst stack that you can actually buy, because you are not only because you are getting west sun, you are also very close to the expressway. Okay, so let's go back to 32 and 46. Okay, 32 and 46. So just now as I was mentioning, so 32, 46 is actually the mirror image of this layout. So I'll talk about 32 first. So if you orientate 32 45 degrees towards your left, you can actually imagine that your master, your bedroom 2, and your balcony are all facing the expressway. If you're actually living in the Peak collection, that means you're on the 36, 37 floor onwards, yes, it may not affect you that much, but if you were to take the Horizon collection, maybe say you are staying on the 12th or 10th floor, you can only imagine that the amount of noise and the amount of dust that's going to come into your house. Personally, I'm very sensitive to that. So this is, in my humble opinion, one of the worst decision for the 2-bedroom premium. But also, having said that, you can actually see that in total there's so-called three different layout and 3 different sizes altogether. So this is actually the biggest size of all. So you can see here that the size, the space overall, I would say it all went into this area where the walkway you come in, and then from your entrance you actually come in, and then you have a so-called an enclosed kitchen. This is also one of the key difference, that you actually have an enclosed kitchen, and then you have a dining. Once again, you have your living. So same as the previous layout that you saw, you will actually pass by bedroom 2 before you hit the master bedroom. As you can see, you will pass by the bedroom 2 before you hit the master bedroom. Okay, so you can see here that this, you do not have a choice of having an enclosed kitchen. But as for this, the developer has actually given you the choice, I believe, that you can actually have an enclosed kitchen. So this is the so-called added advantage for I guess, is to push the units for these 2 stacks. Yes, they are both city inwards facing, so by virtue of that, they will not be as preferred as the others. Okay, but to me, if you ask me, this is something that you can actually pay your ID to get it installed for you. You just have to spend a bit of money. But in terms of facing and positioning, these two are actually not preferred for me personally. So once again, you can see that actually there's no difference in terms of the layout at all. Okay, so let me go back to the site map. Okay, so you can see from here, once again, I just do a quick recap. For me, 2-bedroom premium is very obvious. My choice, my best choice and top choice would be 38. Okay, because it's waterfront facing, you are at no risk of any morning or west sun. If not, then 30 would do just fine as well. One of the least preferred, I would say, is actually 32. 32 is actually where you are closest towards the expressway, and also you'll be getting west sun, followed by 35. Okay, 46, I would say could be a hit or miss because you are very near towards the main entrance. But thankfully, you are not facing the main entrance in any way. That means your room's window and your balcony is actually not facing towards the main entrance. So this is still something that is okay for me to accept as compared to expressway noise. Okay, so I hope you actually enjoy this unit selection video, and thanks for watching once again. Our video helpful, do subscribe and do leave comments if you have any questions, and or you can actually email me at the description below. So that's all for me for now. So I will see you in the next video for the next unit selection. Okay, thanks for watching guys. See you in the next video.